Hi everyone, this is your girl Samuela. It's been a while. I wasn't keeping too well, but thank God I'm back again. I'm strong, I'm healthy. So today, this video is going to be brief, but I just want to give the steps and process in applying for international student coming to the US. So if you're planning on applying to further your studies in the United States, this video is for you. So stay tuned and watch to the end as I give you the steps, because I came here as an international student on August 16. That's when I arrived in the US, 2016. So few days from now, I'm going to be 4 years in the United States as an international student. So I'm just going to walk you guys through the process, and then my next video will be some of the lifestyle here compared to back home, the challenges as international student, what challenges that we face as international. As I mentioned earlier at the start of the video, I'm just going to walk you through the process today of applying for an F-1 visa, which means student visa to come and study in the US. So the first thing you need to do is to go online and do a research on the college or university that you want to attend. So here they have college and they have university, just like in Africa. So if you're graduating from high school and you don't have the fund to go straight away to university, you can then go to a college, a community college, and start from there. So basically you can still get the same learning, but you only have to spend 2 years in a community college. You should be graduated. They have courses that last for a year, but the maximum is 2 years. That you can graduate and then transfer to a university where you just have to spend 2 more years in a university, and then you can get your degree. So you can do 2 years in a community college and then 2 years in a university, and then you can get your college degree. So the difference is basically just for the fund. It's cheaper when you start from the community college. It's cheaper, and university is expensive. That's why most people start from community college. So when you are applying, the first thing you need to do when you're doing the research is to ensure that the college you're interested in actually accept international students, because not all colleges or universities in the US accept international students. Most times universities do, and colleges also do, but you must ensure that the right college that you are interested in is accepting international students. So once you get to that point, you have to read their requirements, because each and every one of them have their requirements. One requirement that is standard and fixed that I know of, if you are applying for F-1 and you're graduating from high school, you want to go to a college, you need to take either the SAT to do your undergraduate SAT, the IELTS or TOEFL. Either of these exams, you need to take them, and each colleges have their grade points that they are accepting. So before you take the exam, you need to know which one of them the college requires and what's the grade point, the score points that they also require. So once you know that one, you can start. And also, if you're going to a university direct, you want to do probably your master's, you have to take GRE, TOEFL, or IELTS. So like TOEFL, IELTS basically deals with English, and then GRE deals with more of mathematics. SAT comprises of mathematics and English put together. It's just to test your level of English, because sometimes they want to know the countries that we are coming from, if our primary language is English. So those exams are just a way of testing your language and your mathematics ability. So that's a starting point. You need to get either of those exams before your application can be accepted. So once you already do the inquiry, you've put in your application. So when you apply, the first thing you do, go through the application process. For me, I applied, and then that was when I get to know about these exams, because I had no one to guide me by then. So I took the exam, passed the exam. The exams, I think the result comes out within a month. I guess within a month or two, the grades are out. So in Sierra Leone, you have to take either of those exams. So if you want to take SAT, you have to go through the American Embassy. If you want to take your TOEFL and IELTS, it used to be British Council while I was back home, but for now, I don't know. So you have to take those exams. You apply, you fill in the application form. If the college requires an application fee, then you have to pay while submitting before they can review. But if it doesn't require an application fee, then you're good to go. You just need to submit. So once you submit, your email should be your best friend, because the best way for them to communicate is through email. So once you submit your application, the next thing you need to do, go take your exams, and when the scores are out, when you're taking the exam, before I forget this, when you're taking the exams, what you need to do, when you're filling the form, tell them to send the result directly to the college that you are applying to. Use the option for them to send it to the result. You can access your score when you log in, but they need to send it directly for you to the college, so it will be easy for the college to have access to your scores, and that will fast track your acceptance process. So once that is being completed, money is not involved. With the exception of the application fee, at this stage, no money is involved. So the college will get back to you with an acceptance letter. So the acceptance letter, they will send you a form that you need to fill, which is called the I-20. The I-20 form is, so the I-20 form is the form that they're going to use to get all your information that's going to go on record for you. And also the I-20 includes your sponsors or guarantors information. So the I-20 always comes with the bank statement. Mind you, when we are applying as international students to come and study, we are not entitled to financial aid. The government is not going to help us because they think that we already have the fund. That's why we're applying to come and study here. And me and you from Africa already know sometimes it's just for us to have a better education and to seek for greener pastures. That we already know. So the I-20, you had to give in your information, the way they can contact you once your package is ready, your application package is being completed, and they need to send it to you. So they need an address, your full personal information, and they will ask you for your sponsors information. So the other side of it is where you're going to include who is going to sponsor you, whether it's your parent, whether it's your family, like your uncle, your auntie, your boss at work, your partner, whoever is going to sponsor you, or you are going to sponsor yourself. You're just going to write it down. And the I-20 also is going to include a budget that the school is going to give you, that this is what the school is requiring for a full year. So they're going to give you a budget for 1 year. So the bank statement you're going to send must have a limit of what the school requires for a year. So what does that imply? That implies, so when you see the I-20, it contains like where they tell you the fees, the tuition fee, if you're living on campus, what it's going to cost, if you're living off campus, your books, your insurance, and everything is being included there. So when you're sending the statement, they will ask you what your sponsor is going to provide for the first time, the first year, the second year, and maybe third year. It depends on what you're coming to study here. So they're going to fill that part and sign it. So once you send that one, know that you already completed your application stage. Once you send your I-20 back to them, they're going to get in touch with you because they're going to mail your package to wherever you are. They're going to pay for mailing it. They're going to use DHL. They're going to send it to your doorstep, deliver it to your doorstep, and then you don't have to open the package right away. You need to like confirm. For me, I did open mine because you need to open it. When you open it, you had to do copies of those things. So finally, when you open it, that's the time you're going to schedule your visa interview. So you go online again, check with the embassy in your country, and just schedule for a visa interview. Before you go for your visa interview, you have to pay for your service record. The service record is going to serve as your code that the USCIS, that is the immigration, that's what immigration is using to track international students. So you must have the number, you must have a a service number before you go. For me, I don't know about it because I don't do a research. I only get to know about it when I get to the embassy for my interview. They ask, do you have your service? I said, I don't know about it. So that was when they asked me to go and pay for it at the bank. And then I was able to retrieve it. So you have to pay for it online. You're doing it online. So you have to get your service record ready and all your acceptance letter. You have to get it ready. And the questions that they're going to ask you, that's going to be for another video. I will do another video where I will tell you the questions that they're going to ask international students, F-1, if you're coming to study, the questions that they're going to ask you when you're going for your visa interview, and how are you going to answer those questions. I will show you that in another video. So they will ask you questions. So you're going to fill out schedule the interview from your country, and then you get a date. So all you need to do, just get yourself prepared. Prepare yourself and make copies of all the documents that the school sends to you. Mind you, before you get to the embassy, they already have your records on their screen, just waiting for you. Because they already did their research from the school and everything. So when you are going there, don't leave anything behind. Make sure the bank statement you submitted, you have it ready. Make sure you have all the documents they sent to you ready. Your birth certificate is ready. Your exams results is ready. If you're working, just get a letter from your employer ready and all those things. Just put all those documents together, and then you schedule your visa interview, your service record and everything. So you had to get 2 envelopes when you're going. You had to make copies of all your original documents. You have an envelope with the original copies, and you have another envelope with the photocopies. So when you go to the embassy, you're going to hand them the photocopies until they ask you for original. That's when you're going to take out your original and give it to them. Because whatever document you're going to leave with them, you're not going to take them back. So just show them. If they ask, can we see the original? Then you can give it to them for them to take a look at it, okay? So that's the process that you're going to use to apply. So I'm just going to do a recap quickly about them. So the first thing, you do a research about the college or university that you want to go to. Fill in the application form. When you fill in, you pay the application fee. Make sure you take your exams, the SAT, IELTS, TOEFL, or GRE, either or. You have to take one of these exams depending on the college requirement. When the exam scores are out, you send them to the college, or you ask the exam center to send it to them. After that, they're going to send you your I-20. Make sure you fill out your I-20 form. And after the I-20 is the last stage. So once you fill it and submit everything, your results, your scores are already in for the exam, your application process is being completed, they're going to mail you your package through DHL. Once you get it, you schedule your visa interview with the embassy, the United Embassy in your country, and then you go for your interview. And that's just the process. So in the next video, I'm going to tell you guys the questions that you guys should expect when you go there, and how to answer it, how to prepare for F-1 visa interview. The questions that are going to be asked, how you're supposed to answer them, how you're supposed to dress when you're going. I'm telling you, your appearance means a lot to these people. I've been through it. That's why I'm letting you guys know. So I'll walk you through that process, and then I'll also tell you when you get here, what are the things that you need to do to be on the safer side, to still be in school and be able to pay your bills and able to do whatever you're doing, which is going to be the right way. So till we see you on the next video, it's always your girl Samuela from Mela TV Show. I love you. You guys have a blessed day. Thank you.